All right. So, like I keep saying about my stepdaughter, I have a 4-year-old stepdaughter through my ex-wife who I met briefly in '94 of the last weekend in Violence. Now, because my life left me in stranded in Tennessee, though, I had no real contact with her at all. Right? Unless you're suggesting she woke me up in the middle of the night before I could move back to base, which was from Thursday to the end of the weekend. Right. Now, if she woke me up, I do not remember clearly what transversed there. Right? It was such a brief encounter. Right? In other words, right. But if she did, I can't do nothing with her of a sexual nature. Her mother was there the whole time, right? I keep telling you that too, right? Why? Because it's a crime. Period. Also, for the mom to even let her wake me up, but that's because I'm mentally ill when she knew it, right? See, you're not just attacking me, right? When you say I'm a pedophile, right? I can't do that without the child interacting with me somehow, willingly, right? Either. No one can. No one can. But the thing is, when you're calling me a pedophile, you're also saying my wife should have known about it, right? Not just me, not just me. And why didn't she do nothing for 20 years, right? Or 30 years, right? Because she couldn't if I didn't do nothing. See, that's the simplicity of it all, right? If I didn't do nothing with her, she can't do nothing with me, right? Not now, not ever, right? But of course, you can bring it up on YouTube, right? But that still don't prove anything happened, right? See, the fact is, I married a woman who had a child before I met her, right? It was on me, right? Who didn't marry her, but I did, but who did? I know, because I wanted a wife. Though I wasn't quite me when I met her, I had my own issues, feeling right? But I didn't hide them from her either, right? And she told me what was going on with her too, so I thought we could probably work it through it, right? But when she left me stranded in Tennessee, I just didn't feel like that would be a good idea further, right? And just moved back to Vase and divorced her a year later, right? Now, also during that time, right, if I did something illegal, she could have charged me, right? It's not like there was no time between then and then, right? If I did something that she couldn't have charged me then, right? Now, you don't wait no 11 years till I get on YouTube and start accusing me, even if it was my ex-wife, hypothetically, right? But if it was her, she don't want me to remember something that happened that she knows could have happened that makes her look bad, right? That's the problem too. If she lets her daughter wake me up while I'm asleep on the couch, and that's an interaction I didn't plan on myself either, right? It also don't mean I'm acting normally if the child ain't acting normally, right? We both have to be in a normal situation usually, right? To act normal around each other. Now, normal is if we made it past that weekend and me and Daphne got back together and stayed together. Right? The reason that didn't happen is she kind of seemed determined, right? When she left me stranded, right? And I could tell there was no more reason to be together, right? No. If you will. So I need to move back to base and give her some space, right? So you can tell if something is more you than the other person or vice versa, right? When she left me stranded in the first place, it was very soon after we left Virginia anyway, right? Enough to get back safely, maybe, if I called my mom or something. We didn't really have time to even plan the trip, right? Now, here's the kicker, though. If she had went on, right, we still would have had to go right back anyway. Right. Because I still had to be back by Monday, right? So why did she leave me stranded in the first place? That's the question she can't answer, right? I know. There's no reason, right? We were past the mountains, right? When she got mad, right? That's not when you get mad, right? Right? Even if you do, you let it go, right? Because we're going to pick up your daughter, right? That should be your focus, not that we're driving you fast through the mountains because we got to be there as quick as possible and then back home, right? Which is how I'm thinking, right? If you're not thinking like that, what are you thinking? I don't know, right? And again, that comes back to square one. Why did she actually return to Tennessee? She was mad about the whole situation the whole time, man. Perhaps even having to marry me and get pregnant by me and all that stuff too, right? What she had to do to be my wife, right? She didn't really want to be with me, but her daughter, right? When you can tell that you don't do nothing to upset that balance once you get home, right? You just ain't gonna be that dumb. And I'm not that dumb, right? To even hurt the daughter or touch the daughter or do something inappropriate. Now, if she has to pee or something, right? I have to deal with that differently if she wakes me up or not, right? What I lick a woman's vagina, right? So if I do that, right, with the mom, right, and I'm smelling the child to see if she peed because she didn't go pee or something, right, there's a reason for that, right? And then if I smell the child and I think she needs a bath, that's again after I smell her and after I determine that maybe she needs a bath, right? Well, if the whole time she's just laying there on the floor, what's she doing? Nothing, right? There too, right? I'm just making up an alternative timeline, right? If she interacted with me or not, and what might or may not transpire, right? Depending on if she had to pee or not, too. I don't know why she would wake me up in the first place, right? And I'm still guessing, right? Because someone's insisting I'm a pedophile without me knowing what the hell they're talking about, and I don't know what they're talking about, so I don't know what to say here, but I know it's not that serious or they would prove it, right? If they can't prove it, even if they have video evidence, they're the ones full of crap, not me, right? But they might be in a position of power, but abusing that power, right? Still, an abusive person, no matter their rank, is an abusive person, right? Whether it's an officer or a lineman or one of your own shipmates, right? If they're abusing that power, it's because they learn to abuse people, not trust people, right? And abuse don't help no one in trouble. It only makes it worse. And if I'm hearing voices by 93, I'm in trouble, right? On the ship, too, right? I didn't get around hearing voices till 93 either, right? Maybe after my dad was murdered, I might have had something to say to you about the two witnesses, like I said before, but I'm not sure exactly if that happened or not either. I just know when I was reading through that part of the Bible, right, chapter 11, verses 3 and 5, those scripture verses stuck out to me, right? Two. And that's all I keep telling you, right? Because I dreamed of a throne with a light in front of it, standing in the cloud between me and the throne, right? As if before the throne of God in heaven, right? That in another place in the Bible, if it is my throne. And the earth is my footstool, right? Right. And he's the God of heaven and earth. You've heard that before, right? Right. And so if that's what it says, what does that make you think? You stood before the throne of God in heaven. In a dream, right? Now the two witnesses stand before the God of the earth. If the male child is heaven, and the female child is the earth, what is the earth? The footstools, right? And heaven is the throne, right? See what I mean? Right? Even just reading that passage alone, right? I can make that connection if I read any part of the New Testament up to then as well. Especially Matthew, Luke, Mark, and John, right? And Acts, right? Now, saying I read it like, a child of limited understanding, I'm still dealing with everything, school, parents, being raised, bullying, right? And all that too, right? And the point is, though, my bullying and your bullying is going to be different, right? But now you're bullying me because of my stepdaughter, right? Which you have no proof, right? Of anything happening with her, right? You just know I had one, so you're saying automatically I'm a child molester, but that means you know what about me? Nothing. To even say that, right? And prejudiced behavior is because I cannot tell you when you were not there. If you are listening to this conversation, you're wrong, right? That's prejudice, right? You didn't see anything happen with me and the stepdaughter, nor did the mom if I'm interacting with her at all, right? Because she's in there with me by herself, right? The only other way is the camera's in somewhere into the living room, right? With the light on so she could go pee anyway, or the mom, right? Right. Now, like I said, if you wake up and she's in the proximity to the living room and she's staring at you or something, right? You still got to deal with that, right? Especially in the middle of the night, right? After 11 p.m., right? Which is normally when you get to bed, right? From Thursday to sometimes the weekend, right? Even sometimes on the weekend, unless you're watching a movie, you can still go to bed around a reasonable time. Though even then, like Saturday Night Live was on or whatever, I might watch that or something, right? It was still August, so they might still be in reruns still, right? I don't know. I might just go to sleep, right, again around 11 p.m. until I move back to base, right? Whatever the situation was, right? But anything I'm making up from that point on is not true, right? Okay? And you're treating it like it's true, and like you can treat it like it's true, because you know me better than I know myself. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's where you stop playing games. Oh, no. Yourself, right? Because you're playing a game that can get us both in trouble. Right? So you're definitely trying to get me in trouble, right? But if the girl's confused, it's because of what all you're saying about this, right? To her, too, right? See, if you're cluing her into our conversation and I'm not aware of her, right? You're helping her to think I mean her when I don't mean her, right? I'm not helping her to think I mean her because I don't know who the hell I mean, right? I don't know who the hell I'm supposed to be with, just a woman, right? Now, does she have to dream of a throne or a footstool herself? Maybe. I don't know. That's possible. But I can't, as soon as I meet someone, bring that up. Hey, baby, did you dream of seeing a footstool in some kind of garden or something? Obviously that's the opposite of seeing the throne of God in heaven, right? In a dream, right? You see a footstool on the earth, right? In a garden or a wood area, right? Right. Maybe with some figure on it or without, right? A figure on it. And maybe a voice from heaven that says you're one of the two witnesses. I don't know, right? I'm guessing. Maybe not, right? See, the footstool is the earth itself, right? So the footstool, right, would be in front of a tree, or a wooded area, or a grove of trees, right? And it would be maybe by itself, like the throne, right, in heaven, right? And it represents the feminine side of God, right? And the throne, the masculine, or heaven and earth, or yin and yang, right? Whichever's which, too, right? Right. Light and dark, right? Yin and yo in the Japanese, right? So it represents a footstool in heaven, right? And both of us could have just had a weird dream about seeing the footstool or the throne of God in heaven. I don't know. Now, I was asking Mary Bell that she dreamed the same dream I did because I didn't know what she should have dreamt, right? But it don't mean she can't be my wife either. I don't know. But it didn't mean I felt she wanted to be my wife by a certain time either, right? You know, you move in with another man and get engaged with him, you don't quite, you know, even if we're having sex, know if the girl's serious about you anymore, right? So she's blaming the ex, won't let her go, but I'm trying to both let her go or be with her, right? So that makes me ambiguous, her ambiguous, right? And that's why whatever happened, right? With her too, right? And like I said, all I can do is move on, right? Or wait for the next woman to show up and try and be with me, right? I do know we can have premarital sex and get married after. Now, not that you told me that at first, right? You told me we're supposed to wait for marriage. It's better, well, better or worse, right? You know, you can have premarital sex, right? And get married after, right? That was the point of it all, right? Never said you couldn't, and then you said you couldn't. And you're supposed to get married first, right? That's a bold-faced lie of what the Bible says, right? It don't say you gotta get legally married first, right? Before you have sex, right? Now, it does say everybody's got to be a certain age, right? A certain ability to say yes or no to the sex, right? You can't just be a child with an adult either, but there again, right? Like I told you about the age of consent, in Georgia is 16, right? In California it's 18, right? So if you come to Georgia and everybody thinks you're supposed to be with, not have sex till you're 18 and people aren't trying to have sex with you, you don't go to a 50-year-old man or a 30-something-year-old man who knows he can have sex with you, Miley. Right. You just don't do that. I don't know you did, but you don't do that, by the way. Who knows he can have sex with you at 16, right? Hypothetically, right? I'm not saying you did that because I don't remember you did that either, you know what I mean, right? But I do know you were possibly around Georgia at that time, right? When I'm dealing with all this on YouTube, right? Well, you can't come to my state, reside here, where the law is 16, right? Seduce me and me not even know I'm with you, and then you have a boyfriend in your family, right? And you're a Disney princess, right? And I don't even know if you did anything or not. And that's either cause of them or you. Or both. Well, that's the problem too, Mr. Cyrus. Billy Ray. I don't know your daughter to do that with me. I ain't telling her to do that with me. And I know I couldn't even get your permission to do that with me. I wouldn't even try. Right? That's what I was saying, I think. Right? Even around that time or before that time, right? Now, y'all set all that up for Miley's, little movie. Not that The Rock wasn't coming around, or right, other people, right? Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck before that, right? Whew. What's going on? What the hell you two got to do with Georgia? I heard Boston, maybe. I heard New York, maybe. I heard Puerto Rico. But not Georgia. They can do Georgia. Not that I care, you know, I mean, you know where you want to, too, right? Not saying anything, you know, about anything, right? It's just kind of crazy, right? You know, you even come here, right? Now, I don't know Ariana Grande or Mariah Carey even thought about Georgia, right? Another for example, but, right? You gotta get here on the way, though, to Florida, right? The Caribbean, right? Even, or if you're on a tour, right? You might can go to Atlanta or Savannah, right? But that depends. But it's not supposed to involve me, though I'm singing the whole time. I'm teaching my music since 2005, though, right? When YouTube started, right? A little bit before that, but. What about it? I can do it. You hear my worship things, okay? Okay. What about it? You don't think you may do this high voice? But I can. No filter either. No filter either. Right. I learned to do it, right? Whereas you're probably sitting on your butt, twiddling your thumb and thinking I can't do all that, right? Why, you might look bad, you might look like a pedophile, right? Which don't make you a pedophile if you do voices, right? Why? What's the man's name who was doing Bugs Bunny by himself? Mel Blanc, that's right. He did all the voices, even Granny, even the Wicked Witch. What, you didn't know that was a man doing all those voices? Right. I didn't either, but okay. Right. I'm trying to do them when a child, right? I say now, cowboy. Right. Yeah, what's up, Doc? Right. I got a time like the Albuquerque, right? Something like that, right? Yeah, that's a boots, right? So, again, right? And then Tweety Bird, right? I thought I dropped it. I need you to put it. And Sylvester. So I can do some of the voices. Yo, some of the sounds, right? Alright. Kid the rabbit. Elmer Fudd, right? And Mon Cherie, baby review. Right. So basically, right. Granny. And then nursery to the rest. Right. I'll buy you in a shoe, you rabbit. Okay. Right. So I learned to do the voices, right? See, I don't know that's one person or not. I don't know the credits. I'm a child. I don't think like that, right? Oh. Yeah. I just learned to do the voices, right? By at least the third grade, I'm doing voices, right? Pretty good. Oh! Who's that, Tarzan? Not Carol Burnett's Tarzan. I never heard her Tarzan. That's the cartoon Tarzan. Oh no. And Unga Bunga Caveman. Yeah. Or Wilma. Fred Flintstone's right. And Barney Rubble. Okay. Right. That's Hanna-Barbera, though, a different cartoon company. The Warner Brothers, right. Did Bugs Bunny, right. And Hanna-Barbera did Fred Flintstone, right. Even the laughs, right? Now sit back and hear a tale of a fateful trip. And that's William Allen, the opening song, right? Aboard this tiny ship, the mate was an Andre Silverman, the skipper brave and sure. The passengers set sail that day on a 3-island tour. A 3-island tour. Spot on, spot on. The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. But not for the courage and the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. Okay. Now I'm playing with it a little, but it's the singer who sung the song, right? Right. Impersonated by me, by you. I guess, like it or not. Nothing good impersonation. Who ever wrote and sung the song? I don't know. I don't even remember that. Right. Who it actually was. He is, or will be in the future, right? And then I started learning other songs, though. Even some with black people. Or women. By the way, Glenn Miller played songs that made the hit parade. Uh-oh. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. Wait a minute. And you knew where you was then. Girls were girls and men were men. Right. So that's Archie and Edith, right? And I could do that as a kid, but I didn't really do Edith as much as you would think. But I could do it. Like Herbert Hoover again, didn't need no welfare rate. Everybody pulls his weight. GR that salvage rate. Those are the days. Now you gotta admit, now I'm not saying Miss Bunker was a, choir singer. But for an impersonator to impersonate her voice and a male, very unusual, huh? But yes, whose else voice I can do to Jefferson's. Right. Now, I don't remember the full lyrics now of the opening lyrics, right? But it's like, beans on burn in the kitchen, and beans on burn on the grill. Something like that, right? Took a whole lot of struggling just to get up that hill. Okay, fine. I mean, it might be a little crazy I can do a woman's voice, but, well, that's what, boy, trying to sound like a woman, right? And Elton John doing la 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 la, right? La 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 la, la 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 la. So, why not Edith Bunker? Why not? So I just learned them as, impersonate, right? Alright. So that's my kick, right? Great. Alright. And then we say, and then yes, I can do the accents and all that. Maybe the alien from Men in Black or something. Yeah. Let me clear my throat. musical instruments like Michelangelo. But I don't have the hookup. I'm not part of the, Screen Guild or something. I'm in Georgia. Right. And a disabled veteran and right. So I'm still in pain sitting at home taking my meds and trying to watch some Oscars or something tonight, right? I don't know. Yeah. So we have to go. And we carry on. Carry on our wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Now you do know eventually other people come into the part of that song, right? It's not just one person's voice, but that's the main voice you hear. And we all feel, right? Like it applies to us personally. Sometimes. If you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. Oh, you gotta treat it like a lady, got treat it like, know what you should do. And so those are a few little voices of the songs I heard on the radio. On the radio. Maybe Miss Kara, too, who sadly recently passed away. On the radio. Well, Lisa, right. Ooh, baby, I think I love you from head to toe. Uh-oh. Told y'all this before, right? And Heart, of course. What about love? Don't you want someone to care about you? Well, you can tell I'm doing that on purpose, right? What about love? Well, if they don't believe you, all you can do is it slightly different. Oh, love, I only want to share with you. You might need it someday. Oh, that's enough for a guy, huh? That's the point. Now, of course, that's who I'm listening to, right? Of course, right? In Georgia growing up, right? On the radio. All right. Now, it's not that I didn't hear Baby Love or, Diana Ross or right, Stevie Wonder, right? I heard my African brothers, right? And sisters, right? I know. Growing up too, right? Take my breath away. First Top Gun, never Top Gun. Berlin, right? You take my breath away. But see, I didn't know your little eccentricities, copyright rules, right? And what all that meant, right? See, I see other people impersonating other people on SNL, mainly, right? Okay, and then Rich Little, right, is doing it too, right? And certain comedians are impersonating voices, right? Though, of course, that's where you start with Bugs Bunny, right? Or Porky Pig, right? And then you graduate, I guess, like John Belushi to singing. What would you do if I sing attitude. Would you get up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song. And I will try not to sing out of key. Now, he's the first one I heard impersonating someone on TV. I don't know. Mr. Belushi impersonating Joe Cocker, right? Who was covering the Beatles song, right? Right. You remember that too, and I remember that too, right? Now I'm doing is showing you what I can do, right? That's it. That's it. Teaching educationally wise, right? Because that's the only way you can use copyrighted material is if you're educating people on how to see my it, right? Okay, so